Okay, so in today's video, we're going to talk about my stories from Call of Duty Cold War beta. This beta actually started and the open beta actually released in Saturday this week, and it got extended to Monday. So that's pretty good. We'll talk about how I got the many tales I've got from that nice beta. Dang, that little spider's just looking at me weird. And of course, once I heard the beta was finally going to be an open beta, of course, since Thursday and Friday, 2 days beforehand, it wasn't an open beta, it was a private beta. Those are for only people who actually pre-ordered the game. I wish I did so I can at least get Woods in Modern Warfare, but that's beyond me, and I don't want to be one of those people who plays Woods. You go into a lobby and everybody's Woods. You're like wondering, that's a lot of numbers over there. So in my case, I was downloading the game. It took like an hour and a half. So I have Xbox, letting you know. So I did get a PlayStation where I'd have to go outside, be on vacation, come back, and it's 50% done. So I got it installed. I was like, let's see how this is. Basically went through the whole beta itself, and I was looking at all the weapons because I'm very intrigued how Call of Duty works. Just telling you, if you go to normal modes. Oh, there's someone's on the porch. There's only four maps on there: Moscow, Satellite, Miami. I'm not a cat. And I know there's a fourth one. Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue. I forgot what it was. Oh, wait a second. Moscow, Satellite, Miami. Oh yeah, Cartel. So only half of those maps are good. The other half are terrible. Miami's the worst map. I always go on there and it's too dang big. Okay, I need to go back inside. Raindrops are hitting my face. So Miami is too big. Somehow it's a Florida map and I don't like that. I don't know how you make a map in Florida that bad. You could at least have like a carnivore somewhere, but nope, just went straight to 80s Miami before everybody started pooping on it. Moscow is actually a pretty good map. You could traverse it, and it's pretty even. Okay, my dad's watching Family Guy. Time to go recording in the basement. Nope, I don't think the basement would be good. Where should I record it, actually? Dang, I need a recording room, honestly. Just get this stuff over with. My bed's too big for my room, and my room's too small for my bed. And, yep, so basically, yep, I guess we're gonna use the basement. Hope a spider don't jump me down here. Satellite, it's actually half good. The other half of the map sucks. I feel like if you're like in Phase or something, you'd probably love the map, since it's more of a sniping map. And then there's Cartel. I actually love that map. I think Cartel's honestly the best map. Moscow's number 2, and then there's Satellite, and then of course Miami just sucks. And there's a light bulb in the background. And there weren't so many bugs down here. I actually record a lot more often since people don't really go down here much. I only go down here to wash my laundry since we fixed the shower upstairs and I don't have to go in the shower and pray 3 times. 3 times that like some big spider don't jump me. Okay, maybe I'm gonna go sit on this bed. Get that little piece of wood off. That one wood, that was a piece of memory foam. Alright, now I'm looking like I'm in a crack shack. Okay, hold on a second. Nope. You gotta do it right. Okay, nope. This ain't gonna work. Hey, I really wish that Timmy didn't break my camera. So, back to what I was saying. Sorry if it was 4 minutes of uselessness. It started raining. This would have been a great day to record if it didn't rain at all. It's foggy, and of course the load that if it's actually foggy out, it's probably like an event. You go up. Remember this one time I looked at the sun and I could actually look at it without it burning my eyes. It's like a giant orange in the sky. But yeah, back to the stories. Once I got into the beta, I looked through all the weapons. I'm like, wow, these are pretty neat. And one of them kind of reminded me of the UMP since it was built like it, and it's a 3-round burst. So usually when Treyarch has a 3-round burst SMG, it's usually like very OP. They had the Damon like in Black Ops 4. That one ripped everybody apart. But I started playing the game. I was progressing like normal. You actually had to level up the weapons. I'm like, you know what? I liked a little bit of a grind. So I just started playing through the game. I got through a couple matches. I realized I go into quick play, And there's 5 game modes. There's Team Deathmatch, Domination, Hardpoint, Kill Confirmed, and the new mode called Control. I'll just tell you that it actually is terrible. It sucks. I go on Control. You only have 30 lives each, and you basically you run to 2 areas, and you make sure you don't get sprayed. It's really hard sometimes. So, oh yeah, Control is not really the best game mode. It's actually pretty terrible. I don't know why I'm repeating myself, but at first I went to settings, got my field of view to 100. I actually went straight to 120. I was like, yeah, this is too wide. I can't even see anybody. So I went to 100. My TV screen's like 39 inches across, so it's pretty average. And of course, I turned off aim assist. I actually turned off aim assist on all the Call of Duty games I play. I try being more legit with how I play. I don't like having to have a crutch. But I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops. No, Call of Duty Cold War. I'm not going to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. That's way too long. I think in Xbox they don't even do what YouTube does. Shorten the name, please. It's a little weird. And mostly in like the Iron. Nah, I'll get to that when I get to that. So I turned off aim assist. Played a couple matches, like 3 to be exact. Basically, you aim and your aim just goes, or it just goes like everywhere else. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get some score or something. I censor my words because people were after me or something. So I look like I'm in Osama bin Laden's basement. Someone's like writing over here. Nope, never mind. I thought I saw probably some witchcraft. So I then turned on the aim assist, and I basically felt like I was lasering people. So I basically had to rely on aim assist since it's a very weird game, and I usually turned it off so I can actually use snipers, but unlike Modern Warfare, which seems to be a little in the sniper department, I actually looked through the attachments of the first sniper you get. It's like an R700, and you straight up get iron sights at level 2 of the gun level, and I'm like, you know what? This is a good thing. And it goes for all snipers. I'm like, if this actually sticks to the base game and they actually do this, I'm gonna be super happy. And so I'm actually getting used to the snipers. I actually started sniping a lot. It's pretty nice. I went straight on satellite. I'm like, well, I have to put the scope back on. So I was trying to get the red dot. And for some reason, the iron sights, sometimes the iron sights on guns are literally terrible in that game. You got the M16, which the back is average, but the front's too small. And then you got the snipers. The R700's iron sights look a little iffy, while straight at the Arctic Warfare, they literally ruined the iron sights. It's like a ring, but they added something on top where you like adjust it, but it doesn't adjust at all. I'm like, why would you do that if it looks like it can't adjust? And I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go tweet Treyarch, hey, fix your iron sight. At least take the top off. Get the ring on there, because that's actually pretty good. So the front is too small again, and the ring is just a little obnoxious. But I've been trying for the past like 2 days. I've been looking like on the open beta, like it's on Xbox, PlayStation 4, and PC now, and I'm trying to wait for people to actually leak the game. And I'm like, well, no one's leaking the game. And I guess people were talking about how they rickrolled us. I'm like, wow, we're just not gonna get Call of Duty this year. And so, after a couple matches, I got to play all the maps. Satellite, when I first tried it, I think that was the first map I straight up got into. Then I went to Cartel in Moscow. I went to Miami. I tried avoiding Miami at all costs. Luckily, there's map voting now. Luckily, and it's going well. So, the level cap is 40. I'm not really going to be happy because I actually skimmed through a bit and it's only 55 levels. Put it to 65 if you want to put a lot of weapons in there, man. Go straight with Black Ops 1. I think they had 55 levels, but it was a little iffy there. And yeah, so I'm playing through the game, having a good time. There's like a bunch of people with weird names. It was so funny because I like got into one of the names in the game, and like some dude was like named George Floyd in the game, and I'm like, that's a really weird name to have. And I basically he basically shot me the first time I saw him in the game. I'm like, never mind, I'm pretty sure I can't even say that on the internet. I said a bunch of funny stuff, but people nowadays, they don't understand comedy. Kind of wish you could say stuff, but people nowadays, they just kill you for nothing. I can just go outside and just say, hey, the weather's nice, and probably someone would stab me. America just sucks. But on the other hand, I went through a couple games, and just today, I played a whole match, and there's like these 3 sweats going after me. For some reason, they're not in the party. There's Super Guy, Optimus Prime, and I think Frizz Kid. I forgot his name already. They were like sweating. I remember I was like, I, um, dang, this bad memory's already getting to me. Yeah, I think might be having increasing brain damage. But I play with the pistols, and they're pretty good. So there's a 3-round burst pistol. It's basically a Raffica, but they named it the Dimeta. But I'm gonna call it the Dementia since it's more of the name of it. That one's good. The 1911's good. The Magnum sucks. I actually played with it. You reloaded one bullet at a time. Who just does that? You go. In one of the custom classes, you just get the speed reloader on there. I'm like, dude, don't do the cool Python thing. You can get the revolver up to 12, but yet the cylinder still has 6 shots in it. I'm like, how do you do this? Do you just put 2 bullets in one hole in it? Hey, here's this guy's Family Guy from up down here. So I basically played the game, not really much, but the first day it came out, I think was Saturday. I just said that, and we played putt-putt, and I didn't really get to play the game for much. I actually played for 45 minutes. Hey, let's go putt-putt. We went out for a bit. We basically spent time together for the whole day. I think it was 11 or 12 in the morning, and I went down, did laundry, went back up, played 3 a.m. Let's go laundry. Put it in the washer and dryer. And then at 7 o'clock, I set all the clothes up. No, man, that was Sunday. So yeah, and Saturday I basically did laundry, played it, and then I fell asleep at 7. And I think I woke up on Sunday. That's basically how the time works. And I went to Joe's, came back, walked around a bit, put my laundry back up, and I played some more. I think I fell asleep, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, used the restroom, went back up, just slept some more. Basically woke up to an alarm. It was Monday. I tried doing online classes like twice, but I think the computer froze because the only thing you move on is the mouse. The time froze just like how JoJo wanted. Dang, I can't even do this quick. So you basically can't click anything on here since the little round net thing has a little this on it. It's like one of them crossed out things, and it didn't have it. I need to start taking some brain pills, get some of my brain back. It'd be great with memory. At this point, I'm losing memory faster than I'm gaining some. But of course, I started going with the game. I watch YouTube a lot. I think I was playing like today, and I was playing Domination. I got killed like 3 times in a row by those sweats, and I think it sounded like a dinosaur getting 4-6'd, and I'm over here just roaring really loud. Emery's like walking out of the room. What are you doing? I'm like, oh, sorry if it sounds like that. And I'm just playing Domination. It's pretty funny because you'd always get into this lobby where like one or 2 people were named something funny. I think there was a guy on my team. I think his name was like, Whoop or something, like Bub Whoop or something. And he was I think me and this dude. I think his name is like. I know it had 2 O's in it, and he had like the Q as one of the O's. It was pretty funny though, because me and him were literally carrying everybody when we were playing that one control game. I think the most game mode I actually played was control, since I don't know why they want control. That game mode sucks. The whole team has 30 lives each. You basically play against each other. You have to capture or defend 2 areas. Sounds like search and destroy, but you have to defend stuff for like 5. You have like 5 lives each, I guess. But I died multiple times. I died the most for some reason. Skill Bleach matchmakers kicking right in. And of course, like Sunday and also Monday, they also actually max leveled the gun so you get all the attachments. I'm like, I'm gonna have a field day with this. And it's pretty neat, since I'm probably having a lot of fun there. You gotta get some. The Spaz 12 is currently the Brecci, the Ithaca 37. It went by the Galileo some. No, that's like the Spaz 12 again. So out of all the guns, the rifles, the Commando is good only when you like get a bunch of attachments on it. When you have it based, it actually sucks since the iron sights are too big. And I think he's trying to mimic the Black Ops 1 iron sights. That's cool, but in Black Ops 1, half of the rifles had the same iron sights. Some had a different front pin, but that was just weird. But the Commando and the reflex sights in this game, they were pretty terrible. I actually looked at someone's kill cam. I was like, you know what? That guy has a better sight. I put it straight on my commando, and that was like the exact same sight they used in the trailer for the alpha. And of course, I basically started being really good with it. The commando's fine. The AK-47, it's actually really good when you don't have any attachments on it. That's like the reverse commando. I started playing with it, and the recoil, it's going straight to. I go, what? It sometimes aims outside your opponent. It's weird. I think aim assist is a little iffy in that game. So is the connection, because like I remember seeing this one video where some dude was like, "Yo, they gotta fix the connection on this game. The kill times are weird." I'm like, you know, I never noticed that. Then I got in the game, pretty much got someone to 0 health, and he basically stood at me and then died. I'm like, wow, that was weird. I'm just wondering if my Wi-Fi is terrible or his Wi-Fi is just a potato plugged into the wall. You ever hear getting like these two-sided like TV static thing? You stab it into the potato, stab it into the wall. That's basically his Wi-Fi router. I remember I just saw this one dude like a couple matches ago. He like jumped in the air, just stood in the midair for like 2 seconds. It was hilarious. The Wi-Fi is just really strange though. Ugh. So skill-based matchmaking's terrible. I hope they get rid of it and make the game amazing. Black Ops 2, I guess they said they might have had a form of it, but I didn't really notice until like Advanced Warfare. Ghost doesn't really have skill-based matchmaking. BO2 doesn't. It has a ranked mode, which was amazing. I never played it when it came out. I wish I did. I think that would have been really fun. Because that ranked play mode was like... I feel like back in the day, if I actually played when it was like in 2012 when Black Ops 2 came out, I would have probably demolished some kids on there. Good times. But back to Cold War. So, the game's got a nice Black Ops feel, and we're going back to the rifles, of course. The Krig 6 is obviously the AK-5C. I played a Fallout 4 mod. That's exactly the same rifle. Just different iron sights, and of course, whoop-de-doo. It's actually more of your medium weapon. It's like average. It's like an M4. And then you got your Type 95. That one's like the Scar, but with a lot more ammo. It does heavy damage, but has heavy recoil. And then the SMGs, you got the MP5. That one's actually the M4 of the SMG class. The Milano, basically that woman who made the Me Too movement, that's actually a pretty good gun. It's like an Uzi variant. It's a weird one. It's got the bolt on the side. And the extended mag is a little iffy since it goes, instead of 32, it goes to 45 and then 55. I'm like, dude, go to 48 and then 68 or 66. Or maybe even 64. Just go straight with that. I don't know where they got their math from, but it's not really working so well for them. And most of the extended mags, even the low numbers, are drum mags. I'm like, how do you get 40 rounds in a drum mag? That just sounds stupid. And there's the AK-74U, which is probably like one of the best SMGs. That's still good. I remember people in the alpha were talking about how it was like a god gun or something. I'm like, it still kind of is. I took the stock off, put a 50 round drum on it, and I'm still wrecking people. And then there's the KSP-45, or the 3-arm UMP of the time. I've never even heard of that thing in my whole life. And I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know what this thing is. I hope they add the H-15 Hill into the game. That'd be so fun. It's like the P90, but in the 1950s. So the KSP is like a god SMG. It's probably the best one. Treyarch seems to always make their burst SMGs the best ones. Except for Black Ops 2. That's obviously the Vector. But yeah, so... And then the LMGs, there's the Stoner 63. I looked through the attachments, and there's no magazine. I'm like, I want to go Black Ops 1 feels. Get some nice straight iron sights with that ridged rail. Nice 60 round magazine. That'd be fun. But nope, it just only builds. And then you get the RPD. That one's fine. It's pretty much terrible. It's like a really mediocre LMG. It's like the Stoner 63, except worse. You get it later, but the iron sights are, I guess, fine. They're decent. The recoil goes straight to the ceiling. The magazine's just the same size, and it basically doesn't matter. The RPD is supposed to have 100 rounds, but I guess they bumped it down to 75 since this is an older game. Older time game, like it was Cold War. The 80s. Very weird. And then the Marksman rifles, they made shotgun secondaries again, just letting you know. And the M16 is a god gun. The Type 63 is garbage. It's semi-auto and it has 25 rounds. It's like the SKS in like Modern Warfare 4, but it shoots probably slightly slower and has lower damage. and it has a little bit of a higher base mag, but of course it is. The M16, like usual, it's probably a really good guide gun. It's like a 3-round burst. You get straight across the map. The last time we've ever had a base gun, we actually had a base game M16 was Modern Warfare 3. That's just sad. We didn't have one of Black Ops 2, Advanced Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, BO3, IW. That could have literally just been a classic gun, honestly. And obviously not World War 2, Modern Warfare, BO4. I think most of them had his DLC, but when you finally have an M16 that's a base gun, you do not have to worry. It is beautiful. I just hope they have more DLC weapons than Modern Warfare does. They only have 3 per season, or maybe a 4th if you count a melee weapon, but who really uses a melee weapon? Except for these knives only, And then there's the snipers. They're actually pretty good. The R700, it has a long reload time, even when you have a 9-round mag. It sticks out of the gun, but you still go bop, 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 bop with the bullets. It's a really good gun. Has great iron sights, almost. And then there's the Arctic Warfare, I think it's called the Tundra. But it has a terrible iron sight because I think Trevor's trying to bounce stuff weirdly. It's not even exist. And then you can basically reload it as a mag fed thing, so it's pretty good. It's actually stronger than the R700, which is really surprising. It's like a Barrett but with bolts. Honestly, I hope they add the XR86 into the game. That's like a really good rifle, and then we go to the pistols. The 1911's a really good semi-auto one. It's literally better than it is in Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare, it sucks. And the Dementia, the 3-round burst one, is better than the Renetti since it can go up to 30 instead of 27. It shoots slightly faster. It does more damage. It's pretty much pretty neato. And the Magnum, I think we already talked about it. It sucks. It's terrible. It goes 6, 9, 12, and you don't even have a speed reloader most often. But letting you know, a couple weeks ago, I think a week ago, to be honest, people were like playing Modern Warfare after they added the AA-12, and they were talking about how a Makarov was dropping. And I looked in the game in Cold War, and the 1911 was held the exact same way. And I'm like, well, the Makarov's in the game. We probably actually have 5 pistols all at launch. You have the 1911, the Dementia, the Magnum, the Makarov, and the freaking CZ-75. That's pretty neat. So the shotguns, the Ithaca 37, it's actually a really good shotgun. It's a pump action, but it's also a one-shot. The Galileo basically is passed off. It's the Brecci. I just hope they increase 2 of the magazines. The base one from 7 to 8, the extended one from 9 to 10. And so it goes like 8, 10, 12. It's pretty neat, though. Yeah, I think someone like dumped in the toilet. But yeah. Also, I figured out what I was aiming down sights. You basically aim it like, you reload like that. That's just weird. And I think this turned more into a review because I forgot most of my stories. They're pretty funny, though. Oh, jeez. I didn't even play it much, and I actually love it. Call of Duty Cold War is actually a pretty good game. I just hope when it releases, it's probably just a better version of it was in beta. Just have, like, 10 rifles, 8 SMGs. Hallelujah, that'd be amazing. Have, like, 5 LMGs. I have, like, 5 shotguns. Beautiful. But yeah. And finally, the launchers, I didn't use any. I don't want to. And the melee weapon is the knife. And so that's basically, I guess, my stories of Call of Duty Cold War Beta and my review. I hope when the game actually comes out, I can make a review, and it only comes out like in a month. So I hope I get the Xbox Series X in November. Then, just telling you, if I get the Xbox Series X, I'm gonna buy like probably 2 or 3 or 4 games. I hope Modern Warfare 2 Remastered also comes out. That'd be like the 4th one. But I'm going to get Call of Duty Cold War, Minecraft, again, for the Xbox Series X. I wanted all the updates on there. And I'm getting Fallout 4 again, just to let you know. Because my Xbox version of, like, Fallout 4 is dying on me. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, blah, 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 YouTuber stuff.